For every Western convert to Islam, we represent together a kind of collective Musa, alayhi salam, to the collective Fir'aun of America and the West. Because yes, collectively, not just the power structure, but many Americans, individual citizens, collectively have a Fir'aunic mentality, a Fir'aunic mindset. They think that they're the Lord of the world. You know, as a so-called civilization, they think they're Lord of the world. Life and death is in their collective hands. And anyone and everyone who doesn't worship them deserves to be punished. If you're not upon the deen of Western worship, then you're a heathen, you're an infidel, you're a rebel who poses a threat to their supremacy. And it's grotesque. Because you know that, just like with actually Fir'aun, you know that inside of his palace, the slaves outnumbered at any given time all of the courtiers and the aristocrats. And America's no different. The West is no different. Most of the people over there are slaves. Mistreated, abused, looked down upon, treated as disposable, disrespected, and demeaned. But they still think that they're privileged and honored just by dint of the fact that they're inside that unholy palace. And they think that everywhere else in the world is miserable. They live in tyranny, but they think that tyranny lives everywhere else. Because that's what their tyrants tell them. That's what they've been led to believe, that the whole world is a wilderness of despotism and oppression, that no one has any rights outside the walls of that palace, that it's all just chaos and violence out there in the world. That's how you can convince them that their chains are jewelry. That's how you can get them to say what a nice car it is that just ran them over. How lucky they are, that they get to pay more for antidepressants than anywhere else in the world. Meanwhile, that society itself is the one making their life so depressing in the first place. No, you need to get out of there. And I don't mean just physically. No, I mean mentally. You don't need to get out of the West as much as you need to get the West out of you, out of your mind, out of your mindset, out of your worldview. You need to take those blinders off. But as long as you think that those blinders are actually prescription lenses, you never will. Those aren't glasses that they gave you, it's a blindfold, and you need to take it off. Being Western, when I talk about the West, I'm not talking about just a geographical location. That's not what I mean. It's a psychological location. It's a way of thinking. It's an attitude. It's a perception. And that's what you need to get rid of. That's what you need to get out of. It doesn't matter if you never set foot outside of the walls of Pharaoh's palace. You just have to get outside of the walls of the Western mental prison. And who knows? There might just be a mutiny in that palace. And that's exactly what the power structure is afraid of. Not an actual mutiny. I'm not talking about a revolution, but an intellectual mutiny. A psychological mutiny. And that's why they're so threatened by Islam. Because they're afraid that Islam will lead their slaves out of bondage, out of mental bondage. And that's the last thing that they want.